kuyamba kwa dzuwa tilina moyo Valeria melody, yeah. I open my eyes before the world starts to move. A mom of two, I've got nothing to prove, but everything to give in the house, in the streets, from the boardroom to the kitchen.
Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel and yet another video. Today's video is strictly a cooking video. I will be sharing with you the meals that I made the entire week so that maybe you can pick out a meal that you're going to make for your family too. Remember, this is for us to help each other have those meal ideas. So on this particular day, it was freezing, it was cold, and to make matters worse, I did not have any meat that was ready to be cooked because on the day that I went out to buy the protein for the house, I did not portion the meat. I just put everything in the freezer. And as I am recording this voiceover, I still haven't portioned that meat. So I just looked into my freezer and I saw these cow heels and I said, oh my word, these don't need defrosting. I can just pop this into the multi cooker without defrosting them. And that is exactly what I did. So I ran about 4 hours with my multi cooker on the slow cook option to make sure that my cow heels are soft and cooked. I always add bay leaves. I never miss adding bay leaves when I am cooking my cow heels. It just makes them taste so good. I also add thyme and oregano. So I let this cook for about 4 hours, and from then they'll be falling off the bone. So I just let everything play out from now on, and I will not talk too much. So yeah, guys, I hope that you like this video. Subscribe if you haven't. Drop a comment in the comment section and share out this video to everyone that you know is looking for meal ideas. Let's get cooking. If there is one thing that I've realized is in a Zimbabwean home or in most African homes, it is a taboo to miss vegetables in the plate because what do you mean there are no leafy vegetables? I love Kenya because we have the same vegetable for some reason, okay? Kenya and okay, let me not be specific. I think most African countries we have almost the same vegetable, and it is so funny to me that we are so united but separated by these borders. Anyways, this was 3 hours later now. I had grown impatient and I decided the cow heels are now done, man. Let me just go ahead and make this dinner. Also, because time had passed and my family needed to eat. So I just said, 3 hours is enough, but as I said earlier in the beginning of the video, 4 hours is ideal for that fall off at the bone kind of cow heels. So now I'm just making the soup. I add all my veggies from the onion, bell peppers, tomatoes. Let that cook into a proper, delicious soup before I add in my cow heels. And then we add the salt. Guys, I always add salt last when I'm cooking items like mazondo because it helps avoid the delay, because I find that adding salt while cooking, while starting to cook, just delays the whole process. So I like adding salt at the end. So yeah, into my mazondo goes in a minestrone soup. Guys, I love minestrone soup. If you haven't tried cooking using minestrone soup, I suggest you go ahead and get minestrone soup because it slaps. It thickens the soup but also gives it this different flavor. I can't explain it. So, lastly goes my spring onions because I need them to have that texture. So now we are dishing up, and my family really enjoyed this meal, especially my husband. This is my husband's favorite meal. If I can tell you, if I can cook mazondo for him every day, he won't even complain because it is his favorite. There you have it, guys. So this is perfect for those cold days where you want a hearty meal for your family, something that will be hot until you're done eating, basically. So that's our cow heels. On to what I cooked on a Friday. So, Fish Friday, I call it. On this day, I decided I want to make something with fish or seafood because I did not want to make any meat on this particular day, especially because I want to try as much as possible as a Catholic to follow my church rules, okay, this Lent season. So I decided, let me make some seafood. I initially wanted to pair this with some rice noodles, but the pick on the seafood mix, okay, suggested that the creamy seafood be had with some rice or wedges. And I decided, let me not go against that and just make this with rice. So I started by just cutting up all the veggies, bell peppers, onions, you name it. Then I cooked all that up, then added my seafood into the mixture, then added my seafood mixture, the creamy seafood mixture that you saw in that packet. So yeah, that is basically what's happening. So the video is quite self-explanatory, so I'll not talk a lot during this segment. I pride myself in cooking the fluffiest, perfect rice every time. That is because I have a particular way of cooking it. You see, I'm showing you my thumb. Usually, my water reaches where my thumb, like where my nail ends. Like, why are we adding lots and lots and jugs and buckets of water into rice? That's why you end up having soggy rice. Stop it, okay? If you'd like a video of me demonstrating how I cook perfect fluffy rice every time? Let's drop a comment in the comment section and I'll be so happy to do that. So you just saw me pop in the egg into the oven. The box was self-explanatory, you just had to pop this into the oven. And for a moment I thought this would be hard. Girl, it was so soft, okay? I was so happy. So now let's plate up. There are days when I feel nervous about what I've cooked too, and this was one of those days, as you can see from my face. I was not sure about this creamy seafood, but the test confirmed that, you know what, in my kitchen, I can cook, okay? So we skipped Saturday because on Saturday I did not cook. I do not cook on weekends basically. But on this particular Sunday I had to cook because on the Saturday we had some drinks and I woke up and we were feeling like the world was turning upside down, you know? You know what happens when you have had a drink or two. So this was actually in the afternoon, and I decided, oh well, let me make some salsa to cure this hangover because it was not letting us go. So I decided let's cook some salsa and some chicken feet, the quickest possible meal you could ever have. So I did pre-boil the chicken feet and just made the soup and added them into, and also made our salsa on the side. Monday came, and on this day it was pretty cold as well. So I decided let me make something that's warm, that will be warm for my family. But I was not really sure about this particular meal because I was going to be cooking samp, okay? Samp is not a favorite in my home. I don't know why, but it's just not a favorite. So I did have some leftover from a couple of months back, samp that I had in the cabinet, and I decided let me not throw this away. Let me actually cook it. So I had it in my multi cooker for I think like an hour after I had sauteed, and I decided let me make some goat stew to go with the samp, okay? Because yeah, I thought that since goat is loved in this house, then maybe people might overlook the same part. So I made dinner early on this day because I had also classes to attend at church later that evening. So I wanted to make sure that I left the house with dinner ready so that I don't have to be stressed about cooking later on in the day. And this video is quite self-explanatory. You can see everything that I'm adding into the pan. What I love doing though on most cases is I make a well in the middle of my pan of or my saucer or whatever I'm using on that day to cook, to let the tomatoes cook well, okay, without being mixed with the meat first. Then after they are soft, I can then go ahead and mix, as you can see now. So yeah. If there is one thing that made me happy about this meal is the fact that my boys ate this meal and I did not expect this, guys. Maybe it's because I made the samp and being soft enough that they would actually like it. So they almost finished their meals. I was a happy mom on this day. Guys, remember the rice noodles that I wanted to pair with the seafood earlier on? Well, I finally found the day and what to pair the rice noodles with. I was so nervous because this was my first time ever going to make some rice noodles in my home. I usually just have them when I buy chow mein or anything like that. So I was really nervous and also excited to cook this. So you would need bell peppers if you're making a stir fry, but I did not have. So I made use of what I had in my fridge. That would be carrots and some cabbage. I just added the red cabbage so that it can add a pop of color. Also used some red onions. So I just cut up my chicken and seasoned them. You see the spices when I add them to the screen. And I started off by cooking the rice noodles. They're quite simple to cook. They just need 6 minutes cooking time, and then you wash them up until like you totally get rid of the starch, more or less like how you make your spaghetti at home. And then after that, I set them aside. Then I made my chicken. You see the spices that I used to marinate my chicken in a bit, and also removed the chicken from the pan, then fried my veggies, then added everything back together into the pan and added my soy sauce in the end. Okay, that is how I made these rice noodles. And let me tell you something, I highly recommend rice noodles. I love their taste. I think I would prepare them, I would prefer them over spaghetti if I can. Yeah, I know they are two different tastes, but I love rice noodles more.
From the word go is a rhythm of grace. Zuva rinoshika, rinosimuka. Kuyamba kwa dzuwa, tilina moyo. Valeria melody, yeah. I open my eyes before the world starts to move. A mom of two, I've got nothing to prove, but everything to give in the house, in the streets, from the boardroom to the kitchen. I don't skip a beat. Ndiri muzima akazimba shasha pamba pangu, maiveva na vaviri rudo runo fashukira. I'm a wife, a boss, a vision in motion, building my empire with pure devotion. I show up for me, I show up for my own. In every seed planted, a harvest is grown. Dimafika, dimatsuka, dimagwira nchito, kuseri kwa ziteko, palibe uomba manja. But I'm living my truth, no crowd, no applause, just a queen following her own laws. We are royalty, yeah, you and me, Valeria melody. I craft with my hands, I clean with a smile. I walk through the fire, mile after mile. The days aren't perfect, sometimes I'm tired, but the fire inside is the one that's inspired. I'm my Olimba, my Anchito, business owner, vision is clear. I show up for my home, I face every fear, yeah. And iziregi, ninomira ne muri yangu, yeah. Zone sendi chita.
And this lovely meal concludes the video for today, guys. Unfortunately, on Wednesday I could not cook because I was not feeling too good, so yeah, I had to end today's video here. I hope that you enjoyed this video, you had a meal idea or two to grab from this video, and I will see you in my next cooking video. If you have any particular recipe that you'd like me to show you, comment in the comment section. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe.
My tribe online, your crown is waiting, it's your time to shine. I'm a business owner, I'm a heart of gold, the story of a woman, brave and bold. I show up for me, I show up for my own. In every seed planted, a harvest is grown. Diri mambo kati, dina mfumu kati, but I'm living my truth, no crowd, no applause, just a queen following her own laws. We are royalty, yeah, you and me. I wash, I cook, I clean, I lead every day. I plant the seed, Valeria melody. So say tiri mazimambo, tili na ulemu. From the word go.